Gear up, boys. Our detectives just hit the jackpot following a new lead for methamphetamine production in 213 Park and need some door kickers for the job. They booked this tweaking gangbanger for shooting up a 4U station the other day. The fool had a note in his pocket all about this meth lab in 213 Park. He was planning on spending his earnings from the robbery up there.
How do we know it's legit?
Good question. Well, as our luck would have it, a uniformed patrol just happened to drive near the house a few days ago and picked up what they presumed was a hit-and-run victim by the side of the road. It turned out he was a runner for the guys that run the neighborhood. He admitted everything while in the back of the ambulance. He was in a bad way and wanted to clear his conscience. He'd pocketed the cash from this big deal he'd overseen. He was planning on skipping town with this hooker or something like that. They tortured him in the attic of this house and left him for dead. Once the hospital got him stabilized, he sang like a bird. He told us everything he could about this place in exchange for immunity.
What sort of premises are we dealing with?
We're dealing with multiple. There are 2 properties, both empty. One went into foreclosure and somehow got lost in the bank's systems. Nobody's touched it since. The second is a house just to the north. The family was killed during a robbery on their way to the airport. The house was being fumigated, and it sat that way empty ever since. Nobody seems to want the thing, but they're just the top layer. Our boy Reese managed to explain that there's a secret garage built under the property. That's where the heaviest footfall is happening. That's where we need to be. We've got the house under surveillance, but Reese gave us the core opening hours. That's when we move. The orders are to arrest at least 2 suspects at the property for detectives to pursue this investigation. We nail them and get this lab shut down, and it's a big check in the win column. We won't be welcome in this part of town. I'm sure most of you here know how its residents feel about police presence, so this will be a big crackdown. Be advised that we have no information on suspects or civilians other than the possibility many will be under the influence of methamphetamine and be highly erratic and potentially violent on contact. Not to mention gang activity, meaning the presence of firearms on persons within the meth house, so I would advise you proceed with extreme caution. We don't want to cause a riot, and lethal force is only permissible as a defensive measure. Am I clear on that?
Yes, sir.
I want us to split into 3 teams. First team, I want you to take the first property. Sweep it. Arrest anybody that gets in your way. I want that house cleared and the garage held. Nobody gets in and nobody gets out until we've processed them. This mission is just as much about making a statement to the 213 district as it is about anything else.
I was asked to do a drop at this house down in 213. I don't remember the address. I dropped off the product and took the cash. I was supposed to bring it back to the main house. That's where they run the logistics side of things. But I needed the cash. I pocketed it and stashed it in this place I found. I was planning on taking Reba and Archie and getting out of town. The fresh start. Get away from the locos and the Johns knocking on our door all day and night. She could be a mama and I don't know. They came looking for me quicker than I thought. When the money didn't come in, Julio sent them to find me. I hid in this apartment. Everyone knows about it. All the users hide up there when they need a place to crash. It was empty. I guess they maybe cleared it out before I arrived. They came in and grabbed me. I didn't see who, but I can take a good guess. Julio uses the same few guys to do his heavy hitting. When I woke up, I was there. In the attic. That's where they do their work. I was tied to a table. Julio was there, but so was this other guy, Frank. That's all he goes by. Nobody ever sees him, but we all know what he does. He's a surgeon and a butcher in one. They wanted to know where the money was, but I couldn't tell them. I needed it. I have to get out of this city. It eats you alive. And now, with Archie, he deserves better than a junkie and a whore for parents. I've been there. I don't want that for him.
I understand, Mr. Haynes, but can you try to stay focused? This house, where was it?
Right. Sorry. The house. This is a different one. It's the lab. Well, the lab is underground in his hidden garage. They're cooking all the time down there. Then they open for business at night. Direct visits come late at night. You know, the bigger clients. You know what I'm saying? I was in the attic. It's where she used to live. Now it's where they take the people they need information from. I don't know what happened or why they left. Maybe I was dead. Maybe I was resurrected for a second chance. Fuck if I know. But I was alive and alone. The rest is a blur. I can't remember anything after I fell through the attic. I remember seeing her up there. But it couldn't have been. She's been quiet for too long. Maybe I was seeing things. But the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital. Ain't never been happier to see the cops in all my life.
You're doing great, Reese. These houses, where are they? Are they connected?
I can't remember the address, but I could show you. Never been good with names. They're connected to the business. One is the lab and storefront, and the other is where Julio and his boys operate things. The lab is at the back. It's all done up, ready to be fumigated. You can't miss it. Hiding in plain sight, you know?
That's great. This is helpful, Reese. Can you think of anything else?
No, it hurts. I'm tired. Can I go to sleep now?
Gear up, boys. Our detectives just hit the jackpot following a new lead for methamphetamine production in 213 Park and need some door kickers for the job.
You got point.
Hold position.
Hold it.
Talk reporting. Entry team suspects have taken refuge and are refusing to cooperate. Move in, remember your ROE, and secure the area.
Hands on your head, now! Get down, I want to see hands!
What do you want me to do next?
Get to the exit. Leave the area. Officers are outside. High ground to talk. We have an individual in custody.
Talk to entry team.
Police!
Roger, entry team. Great work. Keep going.
Hands up!
Rat!
Down on the ground,
Yeah,
now!
easy, man.
Hands up, above your head!
I can't go back to jail.
Talk. We have one suspect in custody.
Talk to entry team. Copy, entry
Element
team.
to talk.
Notifying
Bagging it
trailers.
up. Entry team to talk. Bagging. Drop the weapon and get down! Lead the... Put your hands... We have one dead suspect here.
This is Talk. Roger that, entry team. Tag him and keep moving.
High ground to talk. Civilians bleeding out.
Talk reporting. Roger that. Medical assistance is standing by.
Talk. Suspect down, alive.
Talk to Element. Copy. Clean house and we'll take them out.
Please, please,
Police,
just get
down
us
on
out
the
of
ground!
here.
Hands on your head! Do it now!
Me. I'm complying.
Officers are outside. Go. Move to the exit.